Ladies and gentlemen, today we go inside the $100 million empire of Rick Ross. All right, I'm excited to see what this is about. Video just dropped by Tommy G. Shout out Tommy G, man. All right, so yeah, you guys, original video will be tagged down below in the description. Like, comment, subscribe if you messed with my reaction. I appreciate you guys a lot. All right, yeah, I'm Carlos Cordova. Hope you stick around. Enjoy.
Today we touched down in Miami for a master class with the man, the myth, the legend, Rick Ross, the boss. In an era when most rappers fall off and go broke in under a year, Rick Ross has had double decades stay.
That's funny, bro. They put the Island Boys right there, and what he just said. Look, listen.
Era when most rappers fall off and go broke in under a year, Rick Ross has had double decades staying power, transforming his rap cash into a 9-figure business empire spanning restaurant franchises, automotive products, alcohol, and even his own record label.
He is smart. He is smart, man. Rick Ross is a grinder. That's one thing about Rick Ross that you can't deny, man. He is a hustler. He is a grinder. He's a hustler, you know, and been in the music game for a couple decades. Like, come on, bro. You know, you got to venture out and do different businesses like how Rick Ross is doing. He's smart.
Inside his multi-million-dollar car and jet collection, hear his business philosophy and experience.
I know it probably sounds like I'm like stupid glazing, but it's true. Like if you're a musical artist, your voice is like you having a voice, right? You're an artist and you have a voice and people listen to your music. That's you being able, like, you should be able to kick down doors into other businesses, right? Because there's other ways to get wealthy in life, and you have to study that. You have to use that, your voice, for connections to network with other people. You know, the wealthy people that it's going to put you around from you making music and you becoming wealthy from making music. Like, it opens a lot of doors. I don't know if I'm like really making myself clear here.
Experience what it's like to cruise around the streets of Miami like a boss. So without further ado, let's meet the man and get inside the business empire of Rick Ross. But first, a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode.
Folks, I want everyone watching this to be financial description box. Thank you, folks. And now back to the video.
All right, folks, we are in Florida, and your boy needs sunscreen. I don't got enough melanin in my body, but we're kind of in like a little trench, the meth area, but we got some kid sunscreen I found at Dollar General. But guys, we are in for an absolute treat today. Have you ever wanted to feel like a boss? I mean like a big time boss. We're gonna meet with none other than Rick Ross, Rose. And we're in for a treat. This guy is just oozing motivation and hustle out of his body.
Hustle.
I want some of that. I want to soak it in. I mean, I think with all that's going on in the world, positive, can-do energy, beautiful. And so I'm excited. I think more and more on the channel, we want to focus on the moguls, the people that have built empires, and just the one-of-one characters that exist. The world is flooded with really cool and interesting people, and that's what I love about my job, is I get to wake up and talk to people, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't even believe I'm in the same room asking this guy questions.
Nah, I love what Tommy G does.
Human experience. So we're away to a private jet hangar where Ross the boss himself will be meeting us. We'll see you when we get there. All right, folks, we found the hangar. We're here with luxury vehicles, alcohol collection that I hear is bulletproof. And right behind us over here, we have the Rick Ross jet. The man himself is about to show up to the building. When he gets here, it's time to get rolling.
Oh, he know he riding clean.
What's happening, brother? My name's Tommy. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure mine.
How are you?
Too easy.
You're a man that likes collecting the finer things in life, right?
Slapping too.
I brought Milwaukee's finest for you. Just a little something to show our appreciation for you.
Let me see it. Let me see it, because if it's the finest, it has to be the finest.
Here, you want to unbox it?
Diamante.
Diamante. Hey, this guy made this for your face in particular. Gold, diamond cut. Damn, you look good.
Shout out to Diamante. Those are actually going to make it in my closet, man.
Hell yeah. So I'm going to harness my inner Rick Ross today, so I'm going to get a little something going myself, okay?
Too easy.
Can you give me a little tour of what we're walking through right now?
This is the Rick Ross Clubhouse. That's what it somewhat is.
Damn. Damn, he just has a jet chilling up there,
So
man.
when people look at Rick Ross, they see all these cars, they see your
Wow.
empire, they see the businesses. But there's once upon a time, you weren't Rick Ross, you were Windex William. Tell me who Windex William is.
I began washing cars at earliest 13. And it was something that I loved to do because I love cars that much. The more
I want to know if he's gonna ask him about his job when he was a correctional officer in the prisons, right? Because Rick Ross was doing that.
I could be around the car, I was like, yo, they gonna pay me and tip me for this? Yo, this crazy. And I'm getting to sit in a car that, damn, I would do anything just to look at. So it's like it was a win-win for me.
One thing I read from your book, Hurricane, is that when you were wiping down these cars, the hustlers requested you. What did you learn from the hustlers? What about their mindset? What about their mentality did you take away from these hustlers that you got to meet?
I understood that at an early age. I understood the power of $1. I saw what hustlers could do with a $10 tip. So if you was getting your car washed and you was tipping whoever was washing the car $10 to $15, everybody stopped what they was doing to wash your car. And I knew at a young age I wanted to be a big tipper. I want to pull up and they stop what they doing and take care of Rose. I understood the science of mathematics.
I want to talk about your portfolio. Can we walk over here and you tell me your alcohol portion of your portfolio?
I began understanding branding as soon as I got in the game. I understood, once again, the science of mathematics because I was standing in the club already. I'm in the club. The bottles are next to me. I'm doing this 5 nights a week. Why don't I create a relationship with the bottles that's next to me? I'm already standing next to them
That's
for free.
smart. That is smart, man. That is super smart.
Can you break down a little bit of, okay, so when you get into these deals, are you looking for equity? Are you looking for the exit? Are you looking for the cash flow?
Every deal is different. Some things you could see the long-term vision on. Some you may not. Some things you may want to, let's keep this to a 3-year situation and we'll come back in 3 years and rediscuss what's going on if it's good for both of us. But some of them you see right out the gate.
You're a money-making factory, but I read recently that you walked away from a 7-figure cigarette deal. So you don't take all money that comes your way. What's your criteria?
For me to be great at what I do, it's got to be something that I really
And Rick Ross's beard is so full, it trips me out just a little bit looking at it. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool though. He got a dope beard.
admire, something that I really love. I'm not just gonna rep Luke Belair when I'm in the club. No, everywhere it's a part of my lifestyle. That's something that I really love. That's something that I really enjoy. So it's fun for me. But if you try to hand me a Newport or a Marlboro, that'll fuck up my energy and my vibe. I don't want that. Now, do I smoke? Of course I smoke nice herbal flowers, but I don't smoke squares.
Was it hard to walk away when you're looking at that much money on the table?
Nah, not if I know I'm not gonna do it wholeheartedly.
You have 20 plus years in the game. You have longevity, which is rare right now. I think especially right now in rap, you hear about these guys, they pop up big for about a year and a half, and then they start to fade away. What are the biggest mistakes rappers are making when it comes to money and when it comes to having longevity right now?
You want to stack your paper so you can understand your possibilities. Let them stack for a year, and at the end of the year, now look at your possibilities of the next move you can make. Instead of going to get a quick watch and a quick thick chain and some Dior sweaters, let that shit set up. And at the end of the year, you could go get a 5-bedroom with a swimming pool. And then on top of that, just make it an Airbnb. Shit, put your cousin in one room. Let them know you handle the lights. You know, I'm just a hustler. I'm gonna find a way to do something.
So, because the average rapper I know that signed a deal in the last couple of years, immediately they're going to get teeth, they're going to get jewelry, and they spend a good chunk of their advance. They don't even know that they have taxes on the back and they have to take care of. And by the time they're done spending on random bullshit, they're almost broke again.
That's how it goes. And that's one thing that I was fortunate to learn in the streets before I got in the rap game. I had the experience of making a little bit of paper and losing it. Oh, in the streets, that's what you do. You go to a dice game, you come in with $800, you leave with nothing. Oh, you gotta experience that. And you tell yourself, I'll never go broke again, I'll never go broke again. But you go broke again, and you do it again. And that's when you begin to learn to respect the power of $1. I didn't buy nothing. I just went and ran it all the way up, stacked it in a shoebox. Let's see what it looked like at the end of the year. Now let's see what we could go play with.
You run car shows, you're a car collector. Tell me about what we're looking over here and how it plays a part in your life.
Okay, so, this being my hangar, this a few of my favorite toys. I'm up with 200 cars in my collection, and these right here just they different vibes. That's 57 Renzel. That's a Bel Air 1957. I spent more than 5 years building that. I have more than $500,000 in that car.
In that one car.
Facts. The one next to it is a 57 station wagon that only drives off airplane fuel. The one next to it is a 69 Camaro I've never even sat in. The one next to it with the big blower, that's a 73 Caprice. That's arguably the most sought after.
So many cars.
This is a 96 Impala. This is a dope boy favorite.
Yeah, the Impala right there, man. I wanted one of those whenever I was a kid. When I was younger, like 18, I wanted one. Never got one, though.
This has 2,200 miles on it.
Wow.
And then when I was graduating in high school, Suburbans and 1500s, I never sat in these either. I have a 1971
Those
that's
were the
going to complete
ones.
this trifecta.
You're not just a collector, you also run a show.
I do. The Rick Ross Car Show. This will be June 13th will be the 5th annual Rick Ross Car Show. And it just started as conversation with me, 57 Freddie. Here we are, 5th year.
All these are 25 million plus records you've sold.
The number has multiplied since then, but most definitely, these are all releases that was released with my partnership.
The biggest driver of Ross's fortune is his label Maybach Music Group, because he doesn't just make music, he owns the music. While the average signed rapper gets just a fraction of their record sales, Ross in his typical entrepreneurial fashion decided to create his own label. In fact, between his solo records, selling features, and touring the world, it's rumored that he's generated himself around $90 million. And when you add in the superstar rappers signed to Maybach Music Group like Meek Mill, French Montana, and Wale, you could estimate that altogether MMG has sold between 65 and 80 million records. So of Ross's portfolio, it's likely that just music alone has made him well into the 9 figures.
If you were to sign another rapper now, what are you looking for?
An artist with a very distinct, unique gift, flow, tone, and just somebody that has that burning desire to succeed. That means more to me than anything. You can't let me out hustle you. If I'm out working you, you don't even have a chance. Just go quit.
He's creating his own world. Like, can you imagine if you just wanted to do everything you want to do? Your name's on the jet. You're doing business deals while you're puffing a joint. You got your Rolls Royce being washed outside. And that's the power I think we do all have. There is an amount of luck. There is an amount of being born in the right circumstances or having destiny match up with you. But I really do think with enough hard work and years of dedication, you can create a lifestyle that it's your own heaven on earth in a way. And yeah, you still have troubles and issues, but you want to have a life where you wake up and you are excited to hit the ground every single day. That's just how you want to operate. And he's doing that, and I think that's really inspiring. I call my wife Sweet Cheeks. Sounds like you got a Sweet Cheeks as well.
Oh man, you gotta have a Sweet Cheeks.
They're key to the operation.
That's beautiful right there. See, that's what slippery soap does. Look at that. Not to mention that's the Mansory edition. It only run you 800,000.
Only a little light 800,000.
Yeah, light 800.
Is it ever hard to make a big purchase like that? Towards the beginning, when you first started doing it?
Without a doubt. You gotta move with timing.
When I first started dating my wife, I wasn't making that much money. So when we go to a restaurant and she'd order 2 appetizers, I was like, oh no. Like I started thinking about the bill. She taught me how to enjoy life a little bit more. But now I feel a little bit more.
Not the 2 appetizers.
but you have to sacrifice at the beginning and aggressively save. Just like you said, you sat on your money. The first deal you did,
Facts.
You sat on it.
Facts.
I didn't try and spend anything crazy. I still don't. I want to be in a position of untouchable money
Of course,
until I
that's
get
most
there.
definitely the goal, and it's a blueprint that you have to follow to get there.
Let's head to AutoZone.
Picture. Let's go
I
to
hear we got to stop there. Ross, from what I understand, you got some secret weapons on your team. Tell me about your sister.
I don't believe she's no longer a secret. I think they know. When it comes to the Empire, Maybach Music Group, and everything that falls under that umbrella, upwards and over 30 plus partnerships, my mother created the blueprint, and my sister most definitely is at the top of that, making sure everything moves the way it should.
What kind of responsibilities do your mom and sister handle for the business?
Oh, everything for me. It's just like the mob, baby. It's just like the mob.
What gets you up in the morning? What gets you excited right now? What's the thing that you're motivated by right now?
Oh man, look at us. We riding through Carol City in a Rolls Royce. That was always the plan. A lot of my homies didn't live to get to see it. A lot of them in the penitentiary will never come home. But this was always the plan. Regardless of how we made it there, that was always the plan. This is my high school right here, Miami, Carol City. It's Chief Nation. This shit where it go down, baby. This is Carol City.
That's where you used to play football.
Black and orange, better believe it.
Looks like a great school.
No, this is a new one. This ain't the one they had Rose in. Look at Popeyes. We had a Popeyes right behind our high school. How could you not love chicken? That's what made me invest in the Wingstop.
When Rick Ross says he loves chicken, he puts his money where his mouth is. He's a fiend for lemon pepper wings, and he's turned that passion into dozens of Wingstop franchises. Now, it's uncertain how many total locations he has or how much each location makes, but if we use conservative estimates from the interviews he's done, we can guess that he owns at least 25 Wingstops, and in total that these probably generate between $5 and $7 million a year in profit. And you can bet that in this
he's making a bag, and Wingstop is good too. I love me some Wingstop
business, Ross gets high off his own supply.
Know how this shit moves. This shit a train, and the train don't stop for nothing.
Choo choo, baby.
You better f***ing believe it.
Are you, sir?
Wonderful.
That's good.
You already know.
Your products is up right now.
Man, much love. Appreciate it.
So tell us about this move in your portfolio.
Okay, so this was something that was really, to me, like super cool. It goes back to us when we were washing cars right up the street. Look, those same cars, the 57 Bel Airs.
The Dunks.
The Dunks. The
Florida Dunks.
Yeah, the palm trees in the background.
So
We
this is
just
a full
represent the
circle
culture.
moment. You went from
Without a doubt.
washing the cars as a young kid to now you own the product that washes the cars.
An amazing partnership with Jeremy Lewis. Shout out to him. He had the product, and you know, he was taking care of my cars, and I just said, man, I believe in it. I think we could take this somewhere else. And so
I think a key part of this game is ownership. The way you make money is not being compensated for your time so much, but for owning equity parts of a company. Talk to me about this.
A beginning is a beginning. You got to start somewhere, and that's cool. But having equity, you most definitely want to get to the core of the situation. What's happening, baby? What's happening, baby?
Yeah, because I think anyone that wants to chase true wealth, whether it's owning a home health care, owning a daycare, owning a car wash line.
Right. Owning anything.
I just made an investment recently. I got like a 3% share in a mental health company out in Arizona that's hopefully gonna help a lot of people and gonna print. So it's two things that go hand in hand very well.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. And for a lot of people that may not understand, 3% is a nice percentile. No, that could potentially be millions upon millions upon millions upon millions. And we speaking of 3%. And that depends on, once again, what you're talking about.
Should we head to Checkers?
Why not? It's the biggest bezel, baby. One of these tire shine, a ceramic spray wax, a quick detailer,
You're really stocking
a
up.
wheel cleaner, and a neutral, yeah, where we could do this at. Shout out to AutoZone once again, an amazing partnership. We hearing this vibe. And so when I come into different AutoZones, I walk around and just look for different things. I always find something new that I never knew they carried. That Rick Ross Car Show, June 13th. What's up, baby?
How you doing,
Much
sir?
love, Big Eddie.
Yes.
Much love.
Well, I remember you since high school.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
You went to Carol City?
Yes, sir.
Carol City Chiefs in this motherfucker. You already know what it is, baby. You already know.
But by the time you finally got your product in the store.
Y'all see me right here in Carol City at AutoZone.
Hello.
2 bosses, 2 shot callers.
That's it.
You already know what it is. Slippery soap. The Boss Gloves.
Ross, can you give the people some motivation today?
You only live once, baby. This bitch start with life and end with death. When is that day? Who knows? We don't know. Will you be prepared?
The older you get, you think more about death?
No, the reality, it becomes more, you know, realistic every day.
You seem like a guy that almost never gets nervous.
You might be right.
That's your aura, at least.
You might be right.
Because a lot of people are plagued by anxiety. They're plagued by not having confidence.
I don't
in
take
themselves.
medication. I was having this conversation with one of my, and they like, homie, you got all these businesses and you don't take no anxiety medications? No, I don't. It's a beautiful thing. Me purchasing this Checkers was the very first one. So after our football games as a football team on Friday nights, we all would go back to the high school, turn in our football, our game equipment, the jerseys, etc. Then we all came to Checkers because that's what we could afford. But beginning with my first Checkers, it wasn't even about the numbers, the demographics. No, I grew up right here. I know what this means. This is going to be valuable to me for different reasons.
You want to say hi to your people?
Of course, we're going to go say what's up. Carrot City in this thing, you know what it is?
Carrot City alone.
You better believe it, baby.
The Big Buford, did you name that?
No, I named one of my trucks after that. I'm finna get a spicy chicken sandwich combo and a Big Buford for no reason. And so that's where we hung it. We all pulled our cars right there. Boom, 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 boom.
Do you know if someone wants to get into a franchise like this, do you know how much they should be saving up? Is it 200, 500? Is there an estimate of what someone should be looking to save to get one of these?
Oh man, anywhere from 3 to 500K.
I think a lot of people, when it comes to making their first few investments, they can get worried. They feel like they don't have enough money to do it, but even saving $50 a week adds up over a year. And then you start to amplify that because one rental property steamrolls into 2, which turns into 4, 8, and then all of a sudden you gotta...
That's most definitely the perfect situation. But you most definitely gotta have your foot on the gas.
And what are you willing to sacrifice for a little bit?
It was most definitely a time where I couldn't do that. You know, enjoy all the nice restaurants and all that shit. It was a time where you couldn't do that. You had to just stick to whatever the plan was and execute whatever the plan was. When it comes to multiplying any business, you kick the door in, you see what the potentials are, you get better at what you do, and it's all about team, like I said, and you keep going.
Right now you're at a stage where you don't really need, like you are the money in a lot of ways. But if someone were to say, Rick Ross, I think Milwaukee would be a great location for a Wingstop. I'll put up some of the capital, you have your team run it. Would that be something that you would even consider?
Just naturally off the top, no. How do I know you're a good partner? That's a gamble I'm taking right off the rip. For 2, I don't need the finances. I can do that myself. So now I'm already shaking the dice of, are you gonna deliver whatever your end of the bargain is? And then a lot of times, unfortunately in business, everybody don't.
Is there anything still on your list this year you wanna close out to add a new partnership to the table?
Yes, it is. We actually close to closing the deal. I have a dentist office. I have a partnership with a dentistry.
That's a lucrative one.
But very lucrative.
I think what you open the doors for people is the belief that anything can happen.
And it's the truth. That's all I let them know. I graduated from school right here. This still an empire. This still what mean the most to me. It's just like music. My city, music, everything after that fall in place.
And the cool thing is it only takes one thing to change your life. For you, it was every day I'm hustling.
One thing.
How did your life change once you dropped that song?
Once I dropped that song, it was a global smash. And like I said, I just focused on that song, executing, performing, and writing new records for a whole year. I never went and bought a car. I just made sure I wouldn't miss one show. I wanted promoters to know this dude right here is about his business. He not gonna be late. He not gonna come drunk. He not gonna fuck up the party. No, we gonna party even longer. You paid me for 30 minutes, but I stayed 50 minutes. I'm gonna show you that love. And once that began to get around, they understood Rick Ross was here to stay.
How many years were you rapping for before Every Day I'm Hustling came out?
Maybe 10 years.
Did you almost give up or decide to call?
Of course, you wanna quit a lot of different times.
I think that's the hope everyone should keep back home is whatever it is that you're cooking up, just know that it could be the next song, the next deal, The next video for me was a Kia Boy video I covered in my home city of Milwaukee. That video changed my life. And ever since then, I've been hustling on the road, putting something out week after week to try and entertain and educate. It just takes one of those things to change your life.
Just one, only one.
All right, the boss is handling some business. We're gonna meet him at the next stop. That's some crispy French fries. So one thing I'm learning about Ross is he is very good at protecting his energy. The next stop is about 30 minutes away. He had me get out, ride with my guys. And I like that because I've been on shoots where I'm rolling for 10 hours. And by the end of it, I can barely think of a question. I'm on E, I'm not feeling great. But the way you work with Ross, you get him fresh every time because he knows how to dip in, dip out, dip in, dip out. So just learning stuff from him. Pretty cool experience to work with a guy like this. There is definitely something about the principle momentum in life, because if you're a guy that's broke, you have no followers, and you're posting up and doing a story about AutoZone, no one gives a shit. But when you've built the social capital of Rick Ross, suddenly people even care about soap. Ross is a guy that's an amazing marketer. He's always looking for the little opportunities to market different parts of his portfolio. And I think he's at a high level of business too, where he's not the guy that knows about the dollars and cents and the exact percentages every year of yields. He's a big picture player. What are you sipping on right now?
Oh, this is, yeah, that Rick Ross beer. You know, I got the THC vibe coming, you know what I mean? The lagers, the vibe. You want one?
I'll try. I'd love to try one.
Why not?
I heard you also got a Pilsner.
Oh, well, of course. Which one you want? Renzo, check out my guy right here. Which one you want to try?
Hey, brother. Tommy.
And this is Rick Ross's own beer, his lager, and it was done by a famous artist, this guy Marcus, and he did everything that reminds you of a man.
How did you guys meet?
We met through a friend of mine.
And you run the brewing, like the production and stuff like that?
I'm a consumer. I just own the brand. Something missing in the beer industry, such as a lunch beer.
That is nice.
And then we're doing THC seltzers, just everything. Just here's our.
Ooh, how many milligrams?
High tide and slack tide.
Okay, 5 milligrams is a good number.
5 milligrams is when you're ready just to relax after you put the kids away. If you're a housewife or a father and you just want to watch TV and go to sleep. But going back to the partnership, he's incredible, and I've worked with a lot of different people in my life, and the great thing about him, he does it because he wants to do it. To actually love the brand and promote it is the best, I guess, partnership you could have, and I'm glad he loves it. And I know a lot of people that work with celebrities and they don't do 1/10 of what this man does.
He's a big marketer. I know everything he does, he knows when to plug, he knows how to market it.
And not only does he know when to plug, but it's funny. It's organic content, which I love, and which people know. They can tell when something's fake and when it's real, and his is all real.
Ross, one thing I've observed about you is you're very good at protecting your energy. You know when to come in, come out, when to pause for a second. Can you talk to me about that?
That's just something that's natural to me. It's nothing that I put thought into. I do look at myself as the one that pretty much controls the conversation.
And do you feel like you always had that attitude of I'm the boss in the room, even when you were not yet quite officially the boss?
I did. You know, I was a young kid, I was a big kid, I was a playful kid, I was an athletic kid. You know, I made all city playing football. I played 3 different sports at one time. I wrestled.
You wrestled?
Yeah, I played center and I did track and field. So shot put was my thing. So
what weight did you wrestle at?
A heavyweight. It wasn't no limit.
Did you have a go-to move?
I had one move that's all I cared about.
Headlock?
No.
Hip toss?
No.
Body lock?
I'll show you what it is. Mm-hmm. So it was basically, once we locked up, this all I wanted.
Knee pick.
That's it.
Yeah.
Boom. Once I get on top of you, then I'm gonna let my Hulk
Heavyweights
Hogan,
are cooked once they're on top.
The inner weight Hulk Hogan do you in. There's
okay, so a bull rush
pretty
knee
much
pick.
do. Even if you work your way out of that, the energy that's gonna take from you.
Gas.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be a rough day.
Me personally, I bet on wrestlers. I wrestled since I was 10. I wrestled through college. That to me, if I find a wrestler in any job, that's who I'm betting on.
You know something I'm a fan of that a lot of people wouldn't even believe? Sumo wrestling. It's when I always go to Dubai, I make sure that the room that I suite at have it on sumo. They have sumo wrestling all day. And I love to just see those big low. It's all about staying in that circle. So, and once again, it's competitive. I want to see how far somebody willing to go to accomplish whatever they're accomplishing.
You're launching a tour.
Oh, I love it.
Tell me about your tour.
Listen, this tour is going to be one of one for me. I'm celebrating 20 years. That's 20 summers of my debut album, Port of Miami, as well as other timeless records that I'll be performing live. This track list that I've put together, I have never put together and performed these records under the same roof. Now imagine me tuxedoed out, heavy diamonds. I have an amazing choir,
Orchestra?
amazing orchestra, without a doubt. And Ricky Rose, 20 plus years of timeless hit records. It has never been done. Everybody need to get their ticket.
You fine with that cat back there, baby?
Now.
Folks, Rick Ross is going on tour and he's likely stopping at a city near you. He's bringing out an orchestra, his greatest hits, and a chance to dress up in a suit and feel like a boss. The link to his Port of Miami tour is in my description, so make sure you get.
This is where he's going for his tour. It looks like a lot of East Coast. Nothing over here in California. I think that people like mess with Rick Ross out there more. Or that's probably why. I'm not sure.
Yours while tickets are still available.
And how do people gotta dress for this?
Oh, formal. This is most definitely
Like black tie.
Oh man, this you on your A game, without a doubt. This is A game attire. Your girl should be in her favorite gown. If it's not new, it's her favorite. Fellas, you already know what it is. Heavy steam, heavy ice.
Ross, you're an inspiration. I'm rooting for you. I hope your tour goes well, and thank you for motivating people all around the world.
Man,
it's been a pleasure, brother.
This is one of the best days I've spent with someone, man. You're a cool guy, and I look forward to us staying in touch, and let's keep going, man. Let's keep going up.
Let's do it. All right, folks, that's a wrap. Rick Ross, that's a bucket list guy to do a profile piece on, and I want to do more of these. I want to do with the exciting people, whether they're moguls, entertainers, or just personalities. I think of Kevin Gates, Sexy Red, I think of Moneybagg Yo, I think of 50 Cent, I think of Mark Cuban, Mark Wahlberg. I just want to cover interesting, fascinating people, making it happen, and let this be inspiration, guys. If you could be a little fat kid from Miami that becomes Rick Ross the boss, you could be someone like me. I came the whitest suburbs and now I'm covering some of the most dangerous, interesting shit on the planet. It doesn't matter where you start, it matters what you do with your journey, the cards you play, and how you operate. And anyone can be the next thing and have a life that you're passionate about, which is the most important thing of all. That's the purpose, that's meaning, that's the mission. So thank you guys. See you next week.
Man, hey, Tommy G always be coming with some like good knowledge. That's one thing I love about Tommy G. Talking about like do what you love to do, like do your passion. Everyone should have a shot at trying to do something they love to do, okay? Well, that's gonna wrap this video up. Shout out Tommy G. Like I said, I'm gonna tag him down below in the description. Y'all like the reaction, then please press a like button. Please subscribe to my channel too. Drop comments and let me know what you feel. All right. Rick Ross, cool guy, man. He seems like a very humble guy also. That wraps this video up. Peace out, you guys. Take care. Love yourselves. I love y'all. Goodbye.